Broadcasting worldwide to every nation, this is the Gospel America Television Network. Broadcasting to every nation on Roku, Fire TV, Apple TV, and online at gospelamerica.net. It's time for Real Talk with the Jenkins, featuring Lady MJ, Pastor Marcella Jenkins, and Dr. G, Dr. Gary Jenkins. And now, let's join Real Talk with the Jenkins.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to Real Talk with the Jenkins. I'm Dr. G.
I'm Lady MJ.
And we are the Jenkins. Now, Lady MJ, we've got a great show. Our special guest is Tom Green County Sheriff Nick Hanna. And Sheriff Hanna is telling us about a new tool in his arsenal to help fight crime. Mm-hmm. And I'm excited to have Sheriff Hanna on. Sheriff Hanna, welcome to Real Talk with the Jenkins. Tell us about this new tool that you have in your arsenal.
You know, law enforcement is changing in the way that we respond to critical situations, whether it's a SWAT call out or a hostage situation or a situation where an individual is having under mental duress and threatening to harm themselves or others. And so in the past, the mentality was more of an aggressive approach. Well, years ago, the thinking started to evolve in law enforcement that we need, with our special operation groups, they're called SOG groups because we like acronyms. But not only do we have a SWAT team or an SRT team, but we have a CNU team, which is a critical negotiation unit, and better known as a hostage negotiation unit. And so what we did last week in one of our grants is we're acquiring a hostage negotiation trailer. So our negotiators will have a dedicated work environment when they're doing negotiations at some of these scenes. Now, these scenes may be like the name says, you may have a hostage situation, or it may be a scene where maybe we're doing a high-risk warrant and we don't want to make entry. I mean, there's no need for our officers or anyone else to die for a few pounds of marijuana. And so when you eliminate the intrusion and the surprise and the guns being out, and maybe we breach a home and then draw back and we have a perimeter, and then we call those inside out. And although initially they're reluctant, over time they realize there's no other alternative than for me to come out and surrender myself, and that eliminates the confrontational aspect of serving a high-risk warrant. And also when we have situations where I recall when I was a ranger, there's a deputy that was shot and killed, and the suspect was holed up in his residence over in Big Lake. And when you have a situation like that with a dangerous fugitive inside, time is, you want to utilize every asset you have, and one asset we have is time. Time is on our side, especially if we've established a perimeter and there's no threat to anyone else. Then we can wait a long time in law enforcement before we risk sending one of our guys in. 24 hours or 36 hours seems like a long time, but it's a lot shorter than if you get somebody injured or killed and then they're never the same, or they have years of rehab. One thing about law enforcement, as you know, is law enforcement deaths are up this year, and so we're facing that. And if it wasn't for the use of modern medicine and the progress we've made, we'd probably double what we had in the 70s. But now our rehab is so much better that we survive those incidents at a greater number. But the reality is to me, I see the public, when they hear of an officer-involved shooting, once they hear the officer is going to survive, they dismiss it. Well, that's not true, because I have had friends that have been in shootings, and they have years of surgeries and rehab, and they're never fully restored to what they were.
Not to mention the mental strain and stress of that.
Absolutely, and it affects the agency for years. And so time invested at the scenes is valuable. Now, to do that, you've got to have an environment to work in. Our contemporary agencies, they have these type of facilities, these trailers, so to speak. And so it's set up exclusively so our hostage negotiators can work in the confines of that environment and communicate with whoever it is we're communicating with in the house. And so we've had success with that, with similar incidents so far. A lot of times we're working out of a pickup or something kind of thrown together, but this trailer will provide an environment for success where we can have the team operates. It's a strategy. It's not just a good talker. I mean, we have a coach. You have a coach there with a negotiator that we have folks gathering intel about the subject inside. What's going on in their life? Are they addicted to any substances? What are the hot points or subjects to avoid that might set them off if they're angry? And so we gather all that intel. We document a timeline. It's really an operation for a successful conclusion. And hopefully what the public sees is they see a few cars surrounding a few houses, and then a few hours later it's surrendered. And on the surface it appears very basic and very simple, but kind of like a lot of things, once you get into them, there's a lot more to the story when you look underneath the surface.
So what is the difference between now and when your department acquires the hostage negotiation trailer?
We haven't laid our hands on the trailer, and so what we're doing now is we're working in an improvised environment. It doesn't have the equipment we need. It's not set up for the coordinated effort as well. You don't have your coach right there. You don't have the board writing the intel. You don't have your intel folks that are providing that for you. It all streams not as smoothly because they're not all in the same environment. The hostage negotiator is actually operating with a pair of headphones, and so he's not hearing all the distractions. But our folks in the trailer are gathering information and feeding that to him. Now we're operating out of the front seat of a pickup. Now, maybe that's okay, maybe it's not. The issue is, where is that pickup located? Are we putting our people in danger coming to and from that situation? And it's not nearly as, logistically, it's not seamless. This creates an environment where when we pull up, not only are we able to work together, but all our equipment is on board. Everything we need is right there. We're not scrambling to remember where's the communications throw phone, and where's the cable that wires us up to the lights, and it's all right there. And so I don't think it's going to be something that it won't be used on a weekly basis, but the times that you use it are going to be so critical that it's important that you have it. And I compare it to our SR. We have a armored personnel carrier. And a lot of folks were surprised to know the sheriff's office has that. And it does appear to be, does San Angelo really need an armored personnel carrier? Well, it's a game changer. And since we've got it, we use it, and we've used it to successful resolution, not only in our county, but in other counties. Because when you pull up in the armored personnel carrier, it sends a message, hey, I'm dealing with the real police, and I'm going to lose, and so it's better if I just give up. And that's our goal. We just want compliance.
Well, thank you, Sheriff. But we're going to learn more, Lady MJ, about how this hostage negotiation trailer is used when we come back.
Real Talk with the Jenkins. We'll be right back after these messages.
My name is Travis with Grace Transmissions. Here at Grace Transmissions, we have a reputation for customer service, and we've been serving the San Angelo area for over 45 years. Our focus is you, the customer. So whether you need a diagnostic check or a complete transmission service repair, we're here for you. Grace Transmissions, where service meets quality, and that's our #1 priority.
We are here when you need us.
Gray's Transmissions, 1202 Pulliam Street, San Angelo. Ready for a great meal and an awesome atmosphere? Then Golden Corral in San Angelo is the right place. You'll get a wide variety of delicious selections. Whether it's from our grill with freshly cooked steaks, our line of entrees featuring fried chicken, mashed potatoes, mac and cheese, and plenty of mixed vegetables, to our array of desserts and your choice from the salad bar, you'll dine in our newly renovated family-owned restaurant with style and comfort. Golden Corral serves breakfast Saturday and Sunday mornings and steaks every night and after 11 a.m. on Saturday and Sunday. Golden Corral offers curbside to go and catering with a large menu for your special event. So come on out to Golden Corral, 4387 West Houston Hart in San Angelo. And now back to Real Talk with MJ and Dr. G.
Well, Lady MJ, I got to tell you, I'm happy to have Sheriff Nick Hanna from Tom Green County as our guest. He's talking about a new tool in his arsenal to help fight crime. It's called a hostage negotiation trailer. Well, Sheriff, tell us, how is this going to be used? Is it just in Tom Green County, or is it going to be used in other counties?
We have 13 counties in the COG. And so, yes, and so it's real. So we work within the COG a lot, and so our resources, we make them available to those sister counties. They're smaller, they're rural, and we don't, we're not Department of Public Safety, but we are a bigger county. We have more resources, so we're willing to help. We have 13 that are in the COG, and 2 more that are our neighbors that we would respond to help because they're our neighbors.
I understand that you work with the Department of Public Safety.
We have worked with the Department of Public Safety, and we've also had them come in and work with, we've done cross-training with them, and we've had them come in on situations where we've had standoffs. And believe it or not, we've had a number over the past year.
I understand that your department responded to a recent situation. Tell us about it.
What had happened was this individual was a drug user and had taken 2 individuals hostage, and he had shot one of them more than once. So he dropped these individuals off at the hospital and then went and hid in a residence. Well, we received information about where he was, so we responded. So what do we know? We know we have a desperate individual. We know he's armed. We know he'll shoot people because he already has just that very day. And so that's not the situation where I really want our guys barreling in, kicking the door. If there's not immediate threat to life, we have, again, time on our side. And so that's what we did. We just set up a perimeter, utilized our SRT team, and our negotiators were able to talk him out after maybe, I think it was 3 hours. So it was, it's kind of an inconvenience. The roads are blocked, and you got to drive around, but a bad situation is being averted. And I've had these situations. I've run into. There's one individual. We had a situation several years ago in the northern part of the county, and he was a bad alcoholic. He was really struggling, and it could have been a life or death type issue, or we could have taken his life legally, and we didn't. The sheriff's office restrained, and now he's fully recovered, got a good job, does good with his family, clean cut, and he comes up and he thanks us. He says, "Thank you for your patience and for not ending my life then."
How do you feel when someone on the wrong side of the law comes back and thanks you for not taking their life?
I feel like it's a hidden victory. It's not all guilty and innocent on your murder trials here at the courthouse, but it's those affecting individual lives and knowing that he's going around and now he's promulgating and doing good things, and he can speak to, you're not always in the pit. Just when you're in the pit, things can get better. And so that makes me feel proud of our agency and proud of law enforcement and proud that there are a lot of professionally dedicated deputies and officers in our county and our city.
Do you ever get complaints from people that just don't like the way your department handles matters?
Winston Churchill had a quote I read the other day, and it said, "So you made somebody mad at you. Good. That means you stood for something at some point in your life." And I think that's law enforcement, is we have to stand for something sometime in our life. And a lot of times I get complaints on that phone, and we take each one seriously. But most of the time, what you find out is when you dig deeper, there's more to the story. And so I always keep that in mind when I have this little initial, reaction in my flesh that, hey, I'm kind of upset about this. I always think I better wait and make sure I have the whole story before I go tune somebody up.
What does the Tom Green County Sheriff really do?
Well, probably the thing that is most important, that is most overlooked, is we oversee the Tom Green County Detention Center, the jail. I think we have 522 souls out there today, and we've added a few more. I know I talked to my CID a while ago. I think we arrested 8 today. But that's such an important function because keeping our community safe. is a big part of that. And folks, unfortunately, they have to, we have a segment of our population that's committed crimes, and they need to be locked up. Hand in hand with that, though, is mental health. We've become the default mental health carrier for society. Probably, I was looking the other day, and over 60% of our inmates receive some sort of treatment in regard to mental health. Well, so we're handling mental health issues. Law enforcement has become the lowest common denominator, but there's nowhere else for it to go. So we handle those, and we have a system in place at the Tom Green County Sheriff's Office and the detention center where we get treatment for those folks. They see us, they get psychological help. Those that need medications get their medications under a watchful eye and close scrutiny. They're not feel-good drugs. They're this is what you need drugs, and there's a difference. I've learned that. And so we do that, and we do that on a budget and make sure that we keep those costs down while getting those folks the help they need. And one of the things I'm most proud about out there is I'm really, we owe a debt to our correctional officers. But one of the things I'm most proud about is we have developed programs in the jail in the last year and a half where folks get their job training and they get their certificates, and they're working on anger management and family relationships. And so, again, rehabilitation is fallen to the, I don't know if lowest common denominator is the correct term, but it's fallen to law enforcement. And so law enforcement is not just about enforcing the laws. We also have a lot of social burden on our shoulders now that we carry, along with the responsibilities of and demands of our court system, providing massive amount of information about our inmates, documenting their correspondence and their phone calls during long periods of incarceration. And so there's plenty of work to go around. And by the way, we'd love to have you apply for the sheriff's office if you either on our patrols or sheriff's office side or on the correctional division side.
Real Talk with the Jenkins. We'll be right back after these messages. Broadcasting worldwide to every nation, this is the Gospel America Television Network. Broadcasting to every nation on Roku, Fire TV, Apple TV, and online at gospelamerica.net.
Hello, I'm Gary Jenkins, president of the Gospel America Television Network. We're working hard to provide streaming service to pastors worldwide to share the good news of Jesus Christ with people in every nation. And here's one of our broadcast partners to tell you more about us.
I'm Pastor Pope, Galilee Missionary Baptist Church, and we as a church have had the pleasure of being affiliated with Gospel America Network for the last 2 years. And I'll tell you that it is wonderful to know that we are able to spread the gospel of Jesus Christ to a worldwide audience. Not so that we can lift up our name, but that we can lift up the name of Jesus. I mean, the Lord has blessed us. I mean, we're not a huge, large church with a giant budget, but working with Apostle Gary Jenkins and the Gospel America Network, he was able to find a way for us to be able to come to a worldwide audience without having to break the bank. Come to a worldwide audience each week and to share the good news, to fellowship with the world, to let the world know that Jesus is alive. So I have to tell you that for us, being with Gospel America Network is something that we would not trade for the world. We are so thankful that God has blessed us with this particular opportunity, and we look forward to continuing our relationship with Gospel America. Why? Because the Lord has told us that we are to go out into the highways and the byways and the hedges, and that we are to bring them in. Well, what better way to do that than use all of the means that God has given us? Gospel America Network is one of those means. Apostle, I want to thank you for giving us this opportunity. May God bless you all, and may God keep you. Amen.
If you'd like to know more about
broadcasting on the Gospel America Television Network, give us a call at 203-410-6053. And you can email us at gospelamericachannel@gmail.com. Thank you so much, and we're so grateful to Pastor John Pope and all of the folks at the Galilee Missionary Baptist Church in San Angelo.
This is the Gospel America Television Network, broadcasting worldwide on Roku, Fire TV, Apple TV, and online at www.gospelamerica.net. Download our app from the App Store or from Google Play and watch us on your tablet or smartphone 24 hours a day.
Ready for a great meal and an awesome atmosphere? Then Golden Corral in San Angelo is the right place. You'll get a wide variety of delicious selections. Whether it's from our grill with freshly cooked steaks, our line of entrees featuring fried chicken, mashed potatoes, mac and cheese, and plenty of mixed vegetables, to our array of desserts and your choice from the salad bar, you'll dine in our newly renovated family-owned restaurant with style and comfort. Golden Corral serves breakfast Saturday and Sunday mornings and steaks every night and after 11 a.m. on Saturday and Sunday. Golden Corral offers curbside to go and catering with a large menu for your special event. So come on out to Golden Corral, 4387 West Houston Hart in San Angelo.
My name is Travis with Grace Transmissions. Here at Grace Transmissions, we have a reputation for customer service, and we've been serving the San Angelo area for over 45 years. Our focus is you, the customer. So whether you need a diagnostic check or a complete transmission service repair, we're here for you. Grace Transmissions, where service meets quality, and that's our #1 priority.
We are here when you need us.
Gray's Transmissions, 1202 Pulliam Street, San Angelo. And now back to Real Talk with MJ and Dr. G.
If you're interested in working for the Tom Green County Sheriff's Department, then go to the Tom Green County website, and there's the information on the screen below. Check them out. You just might find your perfect career.
We are hiring. Currently, we're about 38 correctional officers short. So we would love, we need help out there. Airmark is our food provider, and meals cost us $1.31 each for each inmate's meal. And so they also provide our commissary. Well, in conjunction with that, one of the services they provide is job training. And specifically for these particular inmates, they received some certifications that will enable them to go to work in the food industry, because there's a big demand for that now. Whether it's management or cooking or overseeing dietary plans, it's a thorough process. It's not a mother may I and you come in for 3 days and you get certified. No, it's a program that they have to work with to succeed. And so they leave the Tom Green County Detention Center with a certificate, and it's recognized in that industry as it has clout, and it gives them hopefully it opens some doors for them. And then we're also working on some classes for retail, and then, like I said, some personal development classes like anger management and family relationships, and those, and of course we also have drug and alcohol classes.
Well, Lady MJ, we're out of time, but I certainly want to thank you, Sheriff Hanna, for being our guest on the show. Sheriff Nick Hanna, Tom Green County Sheriff, explained to us about a new tool in his arsenal to fight crime. It's called a hostage negotiation trailer. And Sheriff Hanna, again, we thank you and your staff for the great job that you're doing. Also, the Tom Green County Detention Center, a lot of things are happening there to help inmates turn their lives around. And I'm so proud of the staff there that they're doing a great job. And inmates who enter the food training program, they can actually get a certificate that qualifies them to work as a professional chef or cook. And I just think that's absolutely awesome. And there's some other programs that are happening. And in spite of the challenge, because as you know, The Tom Green County Detention Center is understaffed. They need more people. So if you want to be a part of the Tom Green County Sheriff's Department and you want to work in the Correctional Department, division rather, then go to the Tom Green County website. And there's the information again on the screen. So that's it for now. I want to thank everybody for watching. And we thank God for our special guest, Tom Green County Sheriff Nick Hanna. You're watching Real Talk with the Jenkins. I'm Dr. G.
I'm Lady MJ. And we are the Jenkins.
Ready for a great meal and an awesome atmosphere? Then Golden Corral in San Angelo is the right place. You'll get a wide variety of delicious selections. Whether it's from our grill with freshly cooked steaks, our line of entrees featuring fried chicken, mashed potatoes, mac and cheese, and plenty of mixed vegetables, to our array of desserts and your choice from the salad bar, you'll dine in our newly renovated family-owned restaurant with style and comfort. Golden Corral serves breakfast Saturday and Sunday mornings and steaks every night and after 11 a.m. on Saturday and Sunday. Golden Corral offers curbside to go and catering with a large menu for your special event. So come on out to Golden Corral, 4387 West Houston Hart in San Angelo.
When you need someone to be there and a judge who really cares, vote Gary Jenkins. Gary Jenkins, Tom Green County Judge. Vote Gary Jenkins. Gary Jenkins for Tom Green County Judge. Vote Gary Jenkins. Gary Jenkins for Tom Green County Judge. Oh yeah. Vote for Gary Jenkins.
My name is Travis with Grace Transmissions. Here at Grace Transmissions, we have a reputation for customer service, and we've been serving the San Angelo area for over 45 years. Our focus is you, the customer. So whether you need a diagnostic check or a complete transmission service repair, we're here for you. Grace Transmissions, where service meets quality, and that's our #1 priority.
We're here when you need us.
Gray's Transmissions, 1202 Pulliam Street, San Angelo.